Welcome back to our podcast. We we're doing pretty good on this, getting this podcast. We are tagging along here, getting another one done. And it's been a long week. Have you felt like that?
What's that?
That you've had a long week?
Oh yeah,
I feel like
very
it's
long
been
week.
a long week. We've had issues here. Rain like crazy. It has rained so twice this week so bad that we've gotten puddles in the basement. Uh, our washing machine went out, so I get to work my muscles. I go to the laundromat carrying baskets upon baskets because I have how many people that's living in this house. And that's been twice this week I've had to do that. We go through laundry like crazy. And the
You got a big
Elsie,
family.
I'll have to change her clothes like every time I change her diaper. Horrible. I'm like, girl, you are going through these diapers and going through your clothes like crazy. So, yeah, so I've been twice this week to the laundromat. They're gonna get to know me very well there until we get this washing machine fixed. Yeah, they've worked us around the system a few times, I feel like. Uh, they we called the warranty company out to get them to fix it, and they they tried to do it over the phone through like an AI texting thing or something. I don't know. Go figure. AI, right? So he tried to get it fixed that way, and it didn't work. So we contacted another way, and they wanted to send us to to. They couldn't send somebody out to fix it. So they wanted us to have somebody else come because live too far away. They can't send somebody here. So they wanted somebody else to come, us to hire somebody else, pay them, and they reimburse us for the person to fix it. And we're like, we don't have that kind of money just lingering around. We were hoping this warranty would cover this, right? No, that didn't happen. So now they're trying to cut us a check. The first time the negotiation happened, they didn't want to give us enough for the washing machine to cover getting a new washing machine, and now they are covering the full thing.
Oh, awesome.
So we've been dealing with that all week, and the funny situation when you have kids, you have those moments, right? Elsie decided to call a police officer. She decided to call 911 this week. So we had a police officer show up at our door this week. So it's every day it's been something new every single day. And this mama needs a weekend off. Please, nothing more. I'm done. So
That's hilarious.
that's been our adventure here on this end. Any adventures on yours?
Oh no, boring, rainy.
Oh
Uh-uh.
yes, right.
I'm ready for some dry weather.
Uh-huh. My
Garden's doing
garden's
really
ready.
good. Sorry.
That it is. That it is. My chamomile is just ginormous right now, and our
Awesome.
broccoli is huge. So this is our first time putting broccoli in pot, and so I every time I've tried broccoli, something has happened and killed it. Uh, so uh, the first year, I think it got scorched by the sun.
Scorched.
Just
Oh, burned it
burned.
up.
Yes. And then one year we decided to put it in the back of the yard, and the farmer sprayed the back garden because had a garden at the back of the at the yard and one in the front of the yard. Well, not front, but front of the backyard. And the the guy that was does the field behind the house, sprayed it. Thank you. So we didn't get watermelon nor broccoli that year. Um, and that was back in the trees. We were trying to have a cooler area to give a shady spot so they're like lettuce and that kind of stuff wouldn't get burned by the sun. So this year we put it in a pot and did a half shade, half light area. And it's actually doing really good. So this is our third attempt. My husband
Cool.
really wanted to do broccoli, so I'm like, okay, we only have three plants, so we're just trying to get a little something. We're trying to get something happening with it. You guys have a bunch. Like I was expecting like three or four plants. No, you guys have a whole row full.
Yeah. He's got it critiqued pretty good now. You have to
Oof.
plant it early when it's not as hot. So I think we got it in, I don't know, I'm going to say last week of April, 1st of May.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and then you
nothing was
saw,
happening.
and then he covered it to keep the worms out. So that helped out a lot. I hate worms.
We we didn't actually start. We started some things in pots. So I'll start there. I think we did that back in what, beginning of April, maybe. But he didn't till after Mother's Day. It was like a week or two. No, it was 2 weeks after Mother's Day. But we
Yeah,
were still cold. We were still cold here.
yeah.
We were just hitting 40 at night.
Yeah, because we had that freeze that was coming in, and there was some things that we had to go back out and cover. But yeah, we didn't get our garden planted like we normally do because of that cool weather at nighttime coming in.
Yeah, kind of glad we didn't plant, but then at the same time, I know we're going to go it later into the season. I'm hoping the cold weather holds off a little bit longer this year. Normally snows here at Halloween.
Uh,
We
Usually
always get
rains
snow.
here.
Always snows at Halloween. Almost always. Last year it was hot. I was like, I remember I bundled the kids all up, expecting freezing weather, and I put heavy coats on me and making sure that I was nice and warm. And I'm out there and I'm like, I'm gonna take some layer off. So it was way hotter than a normal Halloween last year. But normally it's freezing cold and snowy and yeah. We at least get a drizzle of snow at Halloween. So I'm hoping it pushes a little bit into November and we can harvest more into November. But we'll see. We're looking at pulling the garlic soon. I saw you guys pulled your garlic. Somebody, I think
Yes,
you or Dad sent me a picture of your
that was
garlic
that.
that you. So,
Yeah, he did that this week.
so we're like 2 weeks behind you, but ours is starting to turn brown a little bit. So I'm gonna give it probably another couple weeks, and then I'll probably pull it. I'll probably pull it right before going to your house, and then try to plant something in that spot. I'm not sure what yet. So I think that, unfortunately, I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to baby my baby seedlings to grow, but I will let him know it's out there and he needs to make sure he waters that row really good.
Right.
We'll put something in there. I don't know what I'm gonna put. Um, but there's been discussion of carrots.
Did you do
Uh,
green beans?
we did 3 rows of green beans this year. Last year we did two. This year we did 3 rows of green beans. Because last year we got just enough for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like no extra really. Maybe one little jar or something, but just enough for Christmas and Thanksgiving. We want extra, so we have it throughout the year. So we've talked about snap peas.
Yes,
But
peas are okay. You just got to figure out how to do them.
yeah, it's just they're finicky a lot of times. So I don't like
Mm.
finicky plants. I if I have to babysit them all the time, I don't like them. So I don't
Have you grown
normally do.
carrots?
I have not been successful at carrots, except for they're called finger carrots, and we planted them in pots, and that was it. I tried last fall, so I did one year, and I put a board over the top of it because I was trying it for a fall garden, and it's supposed to keep the seeds down so that they can grow. Yeah, I pulled it up so the sun could get to it and was going to cover it back up before the rain came and didn't make it. So it killed off my carrots. But
Mm.
I tried last fall and the thing he made for over the top of the raised beds didn't stay where it's supposed to go. And yeah, so carrots did not happen. I found one tiny itty bitty something growing in there, but no, they didn't happen. So he did put some finger carrot seeds in a pot, in a like bucket, 5 gallon bucket, and we keep getting a few to munch on, but nothing for like those
To can or anything.
soft, juicy carrots that you could get from like Crackle Barrel. That's all I want to cook. I want to cook some like a honey glazed carrot. Have you ever
Uh-huh.
made those? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I want to cook. I want to make some honey glazed carrots one night. But yeah, we'll see. It's not.
Did you do
I haven't been
corn?
successful. We do not do corn here. We have so many people that do corn around here that we can get corn easily. Like our neighbors have brought us like bags upon bags of corn. So we just don't do corn because we can get it so easily. So that's just one that we will not do. But you guys did. I saw it. I
Yeah, we
saw your
got corn.
comment.
You might have some corn when you come down. Sweet corn too.
Yay! Yay! Um,
Yay.
one of the la one of the ladies that we watch, she does corn. Her and her husband does corn, and they do popcorn. I'm like,
Hmm.
that's cool. I don't know if I could do that. But they have this thing that they put over the corn after they have, take the husk off and everything. And it's like
Hmm.
a circle, and then it has like little things to like scrape the corn off. And I was like, that's kind of cool. They have a few things. There's another one that's um, like uh, I can't even explain it. It's kind of like a pitcher, but not a pitcher. Kind of like what you would scoop your we have it for a chicken coop. I'll try to take a picture. Those that need a picture and on YouTube or anything. But it's like a scooping bucket for like your chickens, but it has some claws on it. Um, and it like takes off the chamomile flower. I'm like, I really would like that. Um, so like I've looked at different shows that I would like to add. Um, the other is the little and I say little, but it's like this big. I mean little. But it has a chain and it connects kind of like an Easter egg. Um, and then it's for like doing teas, herbal teas,
The
natural from
little
your
thing
garden.
that yeah, I know what you're talking
You
about.
you put all your like chamomile, stevia, all that kind of stuff, and stick it down in your thing. Yeah, I figured out stevia this week. Kind of. I kind of figured out stevia this week. I decided I cut off a bunch. I cut off a bunch of it. I took it down because it was growing really big. I cut it down a lot and I stuck it in a tea I had some Lipton tea from you, I think. And so I put three Lipton tea. I think I made it too strong. I feel like I may have should have only done one Lipton tea because it was just so strong of a tea. And then I shoved a bunch of the stevia into the tea. So then I poured really hot boiling water over the top of both and let it sit. Let it cool down to room temperature, then stuck it in the fridge for 24 hours. And then I got I could start tasting the sweetness from the stevia. So I'm still trying to figure good recipes out for that. And I am not a mint girl, but I've been pondering about making like a mint stevia tea and see how that turns out. So, or maybe chamomile.
So you put your mint. So you put your stevia in that strainer?
I don't know. I would almost just put it in. I would put your chamomile and or whatever you're trying to make your cup with, but I would make it like I would make a whole bunch of it because you got to make it sit in the fridge
Mm-hmm.
to get it to really react. So you've got to take it. You're basically shocking it. You're letting it sit, right? So, anyways, I thought about trying to boil it in the water and let
That's what
it
I would
boil
do.
for a little bit and then put it in. But I let it sit in the fridge and I started getting that taste from it. So I was like, I'm going somewhere with this. We're going somewhere. We'll figure out how to do more of those. So if I figure out more of that, I like it to be faster. Like I don't want to have to wait 24 to 48 hours to get a tea, but maybe I might have to think in advance and do an advanced tea and put it in the fridge or something. So
Right.
what I would like to work towards is figuring out tortillas and breads and stuff. And I'm not very good at that. So they never turn out for me. And then I get so mad. But Justin tried a bread the other day and it went flat on him. And I'm like, shit, not just me.
We can blame on the humidity.
We could. But isn't that supposed to help?
I don't know.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you want to comment if you've tried some kind of bread, tell me what kind of breads you've tried. Give me a recipe. What works? No, no, like remember my life is crazy, so if I have to babysit it, it doesn't work.
What's the secret of making bread?
I've heard it's the folding it.
Oh,
And
is it?
yeah, so I have made a few breads, but I just am not good at it. Banana bread's my best because it's easy and simple and I can throw it in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I make my banana bread. I have no sugar added. I put honey in it, and instead of butter, I add Greek yogurt. So, look that
Uh,
up, guys. That's something for you to think about. So, yeah. All right. So, today's topic. We've done a lot of chit chatting, I feel like. 20 minutes of chit chat. We did pretty good.
Very good, Lindsay.
Uh, so, today's topic is why you should have an assessment, and we're going to do a double topic today, and why you should get stretches in. So here we go. All right. So if you work with me, a lot of times I will have you do an assessment. A lot of times I will have you do an assessment once a
Majority of the
month,
time.
normally once a month. And so you might ask what an assessment is. So let's kind of explain what an assessment is. It's a body assessment. Um, every year I sit with my clients, and I ask them questions to try to figure out like where are areas that muscles might have issues. Try to get them like figure out their health, all that kind of stuff. So that is one thing that I do every year is sit down and talk with my clients over where they're at in their health and fitness journey. And then every month I sit down with them uh, So if I do the yearly one, it's added to an assessment. So it ends up being approximately a little bit over an hour. Sometimes depends on how much I'm chatty. I'll blame it on myself. My clients can be chatty too. We're girls, of course. Um, so I will like do an assessment. I will have them tell me where they're at, like how are they doing the last few weeks of fitness? How are they doing in their nutrition the last few weeks? I will ask them, I will have them do what's called an overhead squat. It's where you squat with your hands over your head, okay? And then I tell them that they have to squat every direction. Okay, so it's north, south, east, west. Yeah, you have to turn
Twice.
each way because I do all my stuff by video or video chat. Um, I have to have them turn. So that's how I do it. Otherwise, I would probably walk around them as they're doing their squat assessment, and I'll just tell them to keep going until I tell them to stop. In the process of that, I normally am checking their muscles, seeing which ways their knees go, seeing which ways their feet go, check to see if their arms come forward. All different kinds of muscle issues can happen during this time. And so, or during a squat, overhead, overhead squat assessment. Okay, I will get this, I promise. We're not working. Uh, so I normally do that. Mom, our overhead squat assessment issue. Do you like overhead squat assessment?
No.
No. I normally find something, and if I don't, it's because your muscle's really good and we don't have to fix anything. So what does this mean when I'm looking at your muscles and trying to determine if you have any muscle issue? Normally tells me that one, okay, I'm just going to use my arm as my example. Okay, so we know where the bicep is and where the tricep is. Okay, if I work the bicep too much, then my tricep could be underworked. Okay, be underworked. If you are listening to this audio, I just pulled my tricep down to be funny. Okay, so the bicep would be overworked, the triceps would be underworked. So that means that I need to stretch what is overworked and work what is underworked. So that is what I'm coming up with. And normally you would get some kind of stretches or some kind of workout to add on to what I already have for you to do to work out. And that is so that you can heal muscles or strengthen muscles. The other things we do, the same idea, is can you sit on your knees, like down on the ground, put your feet dead underneath us. And this helps determine your hip flexors, and if we need to work on those. What's another one I'm missing? There's two. Isn't there? Or is there one?
Squats, hip flexors, and
I got one right here. I got an assessment. Let's see what I'm. Oh, uh, there's two other. One is a posture assessment. So I have you turn to the side and just stand there, and I'm gonna look from your ears to your toes to see how your back is arranged. Okay, this will tell me what kind of issues you might have with your back and where we may need to work with it. And the other is, and you guys probably did this in school, where you reach up to the sky and bend down to your toes. And that is going to look at your spine. This can kind of tell us scoliosis and what kind of spine issues you may have. And so those kind of things I work with foam rollers and stretches to help kind of with that. Okay. What else is during assessment? I normally add 3 or 4 moves to it to see if you are getting better at those moves. Are you getting stronger or are you getting weaker? And I'm not going to cover fasting too much, but when you do things like fasting or starving, you can make your A, metabolism, uh, not so strong. You can weaken it, or you can weaken your muscles. So I normally am looking at that kind of stuff during that time. If you're not getting better at anything, then I will be asking you, like, what are you doing for your nutrition? What are you doing to yourself? Okay. Okay. And then the last thing I I have two more, but the one that I do all the time because winter comes along, uh, and you can't go outside. The one I do all the time is called a YMCA test. I make you do a step. You have stairs or a step of some sort, right? Most everybody does. I use it sometimes beside of my treadmill. And you just step up with both foot. Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay? I give them a tempo, an idea of what I'm looking for. And then we set a timer for 3 minutes. And then we check their heart rate. And then, because that's going to be their max, right? That's where they're going to get really, really high, right? I know where I can push them then. And then I'm going to have them sit down, do not talk. And I'm going to have them wait 60 seconds. And we check their heart rate again. And that tells us their recovery heart rate. So that's going to tell me how I can work you. And then I can give you guys, I give them a zone and then I know where their percentages are. I'm not going to get all into the details because I normally figure all of that out by myself. And so if I work with somebody one-on-one, that's where all that comes into effect. How far can I push them? Can I push them to go a little further? Where is their heart rate at? All that kind of stuff. So that's where that comes in. But it also tells me how your heart's doing. So if I can get it really, really high, and you guys give me efforts on the steps test, I've had clients that they mosey their steps, okay? But if they get their heart really, really high and then drop it 20 or 30 within that 60 seconds, 20 or 30 beats, okay, in that 60 seconds, then that's going to tell me that you do have a fairly good cardio, okay? Now, that's not going to tell me that you have a perfect cardio, but it's telling me that I can work you enough that I'm not going to hurt your cardio, okay? Um, all right. So then the other one that I do from time to time, mostly spring into early fall, is a running test, walking test. Basically, I try to get people to get their heart rate up. They have to do a mile. They're going to give me their max and they're going to give me the recovery. Again, just like the step test. But if I have both of them, I can compare off of them. Because some people, again, are going to either A, mosey during the step or A, mosey during their walk. So I can kind of get a balance out of both of them, comparing them together. So anyway, so that's an assessment. So if you ever work with me and I say, let's schedule an assessment, that's what I'm talking about. I will sit down and kind of go through all that. Mom, do you like assessments?
Do I have to be honest?
Yes, you have to be honest. I asked you a question.
No, I don't like assessments. Matter of fact, she won't let us, we don't work out on those days because they're pretty strenuous.
Yeah, yeah. I normally push them. If I see that they're moseying, sometimes I'll go, no, no, keep going. Quicker, come on. We got this. Come on, come on. So you don't get to mosey on assessment side. Uh, okay, so then why should you get your stretches in? You know, Mom?
Um, because I don't know the exact, no, go ahead.
No, no. Give me what you think. We got this. There's nothing wrong. What is your thought?
Um,
Why should you have it get your stretches in?
so I don't know. Um,
I put her on the
because
spot, sorry.
yeah, you did. Um, to help you recover.
Ah, yep, that's one reason. You can
Um,
recover from your workout, okay? Or a long week of workouts, you can recover from. Sorry, I just got a message from a child. Sorry, it came off of my face. I'm gonna ignore them right now. Sorry, mean mom happening.
this time it was you.
Yeah. So why should you get your stretches in? For sure, your stretches are going to help you heal. If you are doing a lot of feet work, or you've been on your feet all day, or you going out for a hike, or you're going out for a walk, you need to stretch your legs and your ankles really well. If you don't, you can end up with injuries.
They
You
used to say when you do track that if you don't do your stretches, you could lock up. I don't know if that's
can,
true.
yeah, well, you can. It's mostly for the fact of your ligament. So if you're out on the soccer field with me, all those parents out there, of why I am a stickler on your kids showing up very last minute to the field and let's get a stretch in before you start running. The reason why is because they have noticed that girls at 10 years old can tear ligaments very easily. So I am out to make sure that kids are not tearing or injuring or spraining ankles or anything like that, because that's the worst, is having to have the rest of the year off. I mean, you came there to play, not to just sit on the bench. And so I'm always out to make sure that the kids are doing what they're supposed to so that they're not getting injured. So as a parent or as an older person setting the example, we need to do the same. If we're going to go for a long, fast-paced walk on the bike path, we should probably stretch our ankles for sure, if not our
Right.
calves and our thighs or anything else. So you might find a bench before I get started and pull your toes back, okay? Uh, do some inner thighs or your calf. So if you don't, you definitely could have some feet surgeries and stuff too. Notice that's the second attempt to pick on mom for today, but didn't really succeed.
I'm ignoring you right now. I was just like, she didn't really just say that, did she?
Twice.
I know.
So, where where does the foam rolling come in? Okay, so if you are doing, let's say, an at-home workout, okay, I always do foam rolling. Sorry, that was Walmart. I'm getting buzzed in the face like crazy today. That was Walmart saying I have substitute. I have a pickup order after this podcast, uh, so you should foam roll. Get my head on track. You should foam roll. Then you should get your stretches in. Then you should get your. Oh, you could do a walk or jumping jacks
Okay.
or something like that. You can to get more warmed up if you feel like it. Um, Sometimes I do soccer kick. I don't know if you've done that, where you stand up and then you take one foot and you just kick it like a pendulum, and then you do the opposite leg. That can get you warmed up too for any regular activities. Uh, and then you do your workout. Then, if you feel like you need to do another treadmill, normally they say to do another treadmill or a jumping jack to cool down. To me, I feel like that warms me back up. But I guess we have to warm up the ligaments, just cool them down again. So then you go into your stretches, and then you go into your foam rolling, and then you go into your stretches. Sorry, I mixed those two up. Can you hear that by any chance?
Nope.
Okay, good. Somebody's taking a shower. That was one of the messages I got. Can I take a shower?
Did
I
you
didn't really
answer
want
him?
them to. I did not answer her. So,
Oh,
okay. So why I answered why it was important, right? And then how you should stretch. Um, do I normally do the same things every single time as far as stretch goes and foam rolling? Depends on where I heard it. Now, if I've given my clients, yes, a lot of times it will be the same things, unless they come to me and they say, my back's been hurting me a lot recently, and you have me stretch my legs. Can you give me something for my back? No. Uh, then I would have them foam roll their back, and then I will give them, Mom, your favorite one, a wind and a twist stretch so that they can get their hips and their back realigned. Do you like those? Is that your favorite?
no. Rolling my back is my favorite.
But you like popping your back with a twist, right?
Yeah, that helps.
Yes. So we definitely love those because we end up getting all of that back in the line. When you foam roll your back, you're foam rolling. I always say foam roll where you have bones. Okay. I try to skip over, not skip, but roll right past where you don't have any ribs or any hip. That way you can get your whole spine realigned. Um, I don't know if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense, Mom? What I just said.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to talk visually without showing you visually. So for those that are on the podcast, they can still visualize it through how I say it. But if you're on the YouTube, you can like see some of my hand actions to help with it. Uh, so, what is your favorite stretch, Mom?
My favorite stretch.
Hmm.
My stretch. Okay, that would be stretch. Um, what, like if you did a long walk, then after you're done walking, um, you reach down to, is that what it is? You reach down and grab your toes to stretch the calves.
Gastrocnemius soleus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like those.
So,
They always make me feel better.
yeah, because you have tighter muscles in your calf
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
So she has a lot of those leg issues. Uh, my favorite is still the twisting. Pop, 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 pop. Sorry. Uh, but yeah, what's your favorite workout?
Kickboxing.
Kickboxing. She always says, Monday is a good kickboxing day.
Yep.
So,
What's your
um,
favorite?
I'll tell you which is not my favorite.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Pilates.
Pilates is not my favorite.
Yep, a
I
skipper.
I do not have a good core after having the twins, and Pilates is all about core and balance and like no. I am like flopping like a fish. And if you've seen my videos, you think that I'm doing good and I'm pushing through, but really I'm really not. I'm grunting on this end. Yeah. But my favorite is probably kickboxing. I don't know. I like to do my arms. I like to do weights. and lift weights with my arms. That's one of my favorites. But if I were to go with one of the cardios, it would be probably kickboxing. And no, high intensity is short, so maybe high intensity. It might be a tie between high intensity and kickboxing, just because kickboxing is long. I like the moves, it's simple, but high intensity is short. And if I want to get done, I'd rather do something like that. So, all right. I don't know what else to say.
Make it fun when you work out.
Yeah, always. Like if
Always.
you don't like it, don't do it. I mean, I still do Pilates, but
Got to get your core
yeah.
build up.
Normally I'm like, I don't want to do any more. Pilates. Sorry if you have kids in the car. Sorry. I just used a word that I probably wouldn't have let my kids say.
Got to bleep that one out.
I might have to. I'll put a bleeper over the top of that so it will. Yeah, I did that in one of my videos already. So we're doing the best that we can on this end on YouTube and podcast and getting it on a timely manner. But again, I have little ones and I have to video edit and I have to edit podcasts and put things on. And the week that I've had, washing machine, police officers.
I like the one on the police officer. That was funny.
And the funny thing is, I tell this story, but you have to realize that this guy's like almost 7 foot tall, very well built, and has this bulletproof vest on. And he's got his guns and his tasers and his everything. And in my mind, I'm like, you can tone it down a little. We're not gonna shoot you here.
But they don't know that.
Right, right. But in my mind, I'm like, you kind of scare me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, that I won't tell you all the other stories from this week, but yeah, that's been my week. It's been most every day. It's been something either rain or washing machine going out or having to go to the laundromat or Elsie wanted out of her crib and vomited all over her bed.
TMI.
And yeah, so it's been a little bit of everything this week, and so you haven't seen me so much on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or anywhere else that I'm on or we're on. Yeah, so crazy.
I still see you smiling though. That's good.
I get tired. How many times this week have I made it to work and go, I'm tired. Can we not do this?
But she still made it.
I still did something. There's been a few days I'm like, yeah, I'm giving you one set. Samsung. Pilates. Pilates was it.
That was
I was
it.
tired and I could only handle one set that day. I had had enough. And I was, here you go. One set. Pilates. That's all I can give you. So, yeah.
I didn't argue with you.
No, you noticed. She just kind of went, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. I, yeah, have had quite a week. Anyways, what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend. Not real sure what we're doing this weekend. Um, I heard there may be some fireworks this weekend on Saturday. We might go check them out.
Wait, what is this weekend? Is it 4th of July already?
Not really,
No?
but
Oh,
some cities are gonna go ahead and do their July 4th. I'm like, really? We might do that
all
and
right.
then do our own Saturday, the next Saturday.
All right. So our weekends are getting busy. So this weekend we have a lunch with another family from church.
Awesome.
Uh, next weekend, we have 4th of July weekend, which we always goes, well, I'll put it this way. We always sit in our yard since we've moved here, and we found out that our neighbors, there's a whole big shebang at their lake. So we sit in our yard and we watch them let off their fireworks. The whole neighborhood
That's
comes
fun.
around our yard and watches their fireworks from our yard everywhere around us. So yeah, we're watching them one day, and then another day we'll go and watch them somewhere else. And then the next weekend I'm going to mom's house. So it's like every single weekend it's something. Uh, and we're just gotta go. On top of
It's
all day long, all week long, uh, we're doing school. So yeah, we're gonna be busy finishing up our school as fast as we can. We're still finishing up the school year. And so we're pushing to finish it up before August so that we can start a new school year. Yeah.
busy,
I
busy.
I handed a calendar to each kid and said, you have to do it this fast. And they were like, oh, I didn't know I was that far. So I became mean mom.
She became meanie.
Mean mom came into it. So I am going to have to grade a lot the next few weeks. So we'll see if I get it done. Uh, yeah. And then Friday, today, this morning, I spent all morning, well, 2 hours at the laundromat. And then I have to go pick up groceries. Again, guys, I suggest going in to get your groceries. Don't follow my example, but I will be probably going in to get grapes and some salad and whatever else that we need for fruits and vegetables. I always hate when I get bananas home and they're all bruised up, and then I have to wait a whole week to get more bananas. Anybody else get that? That's how I make banana bread, is because they always give me rotten bananas.
So you never go in?
I don't normally go in, especially during the wintertime. During the wintertime, I don't go in.
Especially the wintertime. Yeah.
But in the summertime, I will go in and get my fruits, vegetables, and if I feel like I need to grab my meats, then I grab my meats. Uh, but I don't go in for the fact of I don't have time to go in. So like you want to see, like if you don't make enough steps, go into Walmart and go shop. Got it. It will make your steps. But I am at 11,000 already. Okay? And that still has to do with babies tonight.
That's because she did laundry.
And
She
I'm
had to
still
load
not done
all
with
the
laundry.
she had to load all the baskets up. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you ever seen, she has to walk all the way across the basement floor, all the way up the stairs, and then put them in her truck.
Well, actually, I had to say, dude. Yes.
Oh, cheater.
That part, but I had nobody go to the laundromat with me. So I had to carry them in, and I have to put them in, and then I have to pull them out, and then I have to take them all the way across the room to the dryers. So yeah,
And then
it's
pulled them
not,
up.
well, I haven't folded them yet either. So
Oh,
I ran them twice in the dryer there. For some reason, I hate their dryers. And so I ran some of them twice. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm taking them home. My dryer works. I'm gonna run it at home. But it was only a quarter to run them in the dryer compared to $4 or $5 to run them in the washing machine. So,
right. Wow. Times
so
have
yeah,
changed.
yeah. So I have brought every single load home to put in the dryer, and I have two more that needs to go through the dryer just to finish drying. And I need to do that today, so that they're not stinky and yucky.
So you gotta go twice a week.
Oh, well, I did this week. Uh, I don't think I could make it. I should be able to make it, but I don't have enough clothes to. I'm a penny pincher. Did you guys know that about me? I'm a penny pincher. So I don't have enough clothes for me to last a week. I normally by October camp, we call it October camp. It's our homeschooling Church of Christ camp that happens the end of September, beginning of October. So we've always called it as our family October camp. Okay. And so every time we come to this camp, we have to make it throughout the week. Well, I have went through one pair of jeans and a pair of sweatpants in the last month that had to go into the trash. So now I need a new pair of jeans and some more sweatpants or stretchy pants or something to last October camp week because I got to make it through that. And if you know me, Goodwill is my favorite place to go. So I am not one that has to have pretty outfits to work out. And literally, that's a lot of what I do is work out or on video right here in front of whoever. So I feel like I don't have to have fancy clothes to do that. And I have been told by some of my clients that they like that I don't have to have the workout clothes that shows everything. I normally in my videos and my workouts, I don't have to show everything. Now, if you see something, it's because it's by accident my shirt came up and my butt came out, but that's not normal.
Okay.
So yeah, so normally I had a video one time I felt like I had to cover because I did something like mountain climbers or something and
Put an X.
yeah, like you guys can do this move without seating this portion. So a lot of times it is PG workout. So not PG-13. So all right, we are hitting 53 minutes here. So
Awesome.
we definitely hit our time. I would like to put our videos around 45 minutes to an hour so that you guys can get the quality right here. And just come be a friend. If you are coming, please make sure that you subscribe or give me a likes or give me something to kind of let me know that there are people alive on the other end listening. And if you have questions or would like us to answer something, you are welcome. If you're on YouTube, you can put it down in the comments. If you find me on Facebook or Instagram, you can send it to me privately. You don't have to put it to the public. Come send me a private message and we will see what we can do to answer questions and help people out with whatever issues you guys may have. We have our own issues. We know it very well, but if you have an issue that we may be able to guide, we could probably try to cover more of that.
And if you like this video, give us thumbs up and subscribe below.
And if
Correct?
you're on podcast, yes, if you're on podcast, make sure you like us and then copy and tag us on Facebook or Instagram. We're on both. So be happy to share, please.
Share.
And
Yes.
tell your friends about us because we are out to help all women from, I say teenage.
Supporting each other to a better health.
Yeah. Yep, teenage all the way up to, sorry, even 90-year-olds. So I am out to help everybody. So let us know what we can do to help. All right, we're out of here. Bye for now.